Why is it that so much men's work content is hyper feminine? And then you've got the other side where it's hyper masculine. You don't have abs, so you're a worthless human. And then in the middle, you have the people that just repeat statistics over and over and over again. And it's like, you've never seen that before. Otherwise, you wouldn't be talking about it so much in the way that you're talking about it. You would talk about it a little bit differently. It's so freaking depressing most of the time. Why can't we just say, hey, man, if you pull it together, things are going to get a little bit easier. If you start working on yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually and mean it and get around people that don't suck, life is probably going to be a little bit better for you. And so much of it just leads back to your interpersonal relationships, your romantic relationships primarily, because you don't know how to navigate your relationship with yourself. So it makes it really difficult to navigate relationships with other people. What's funny is if you get shamed enough by somebody, right? You're fat, you don't have abs, no one's ever going to want you. It's like, oh, okay. And then you buy their sales course or whatever it is. But that's interesting to me. You have to be shamed into doing something. For me, that is a pain threshold. So you have a very high tolerance for pain in your life, plus one more step. You have to hit that one more step. There has to be something that pushes you over the edge of your pain threshold. But you've been so good at living and wallowing in that pain for so long that you never really get to the threshold because the bar just keeps moving. Eventually, you have to get sick enough of your own stuff to just sit back and say, you know what? I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I don't like the way that this is going. And I recognize that if anything's going to change, it has to be me that's going to change. No one's coming to save me. No one's going to do the work for me. I'm not magically going to get $1 million in my bank account. I have to do the work. If you take anything from this video, it's this. Doing the work is important. A lot of people differ on what the work actually is. For me, it's focusing on yourself and making yourself a priority, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. When you do that, things tend to fall into place. You begin to feel more capable, competent, and confident with who you are as a person and your place in this world. And all of that leads you to know, like, and trust yourself, which means you're no longer looking for the outside validation because, well, you know who you are, you know where you're going, you know what you're doing, and you know why you're doing it. You don't have to cope by watching the same sad video over and over and over again. You can change that. When you save yourself, you'll begin to realize that you being more of you saves other people as well.